Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my weekly makeup basket. I've actually been on a roll so far this month with my weekly makeup baskets. So for those of you who've never seen this video or this series, I like to do weekly makeup baskets a little bit different than most of the makeup baskets that I've seen on YouTube. Typically when I see these, they're kind of like shop my stash style. So people will go and they'll pick out items that they want to use up for the week. I like to do it kind of the reverse, I guess. I like to show you guys the products that I did use this week and kind of share my thoughts and opinions on them. So typically I film these every week or every other week. Like it really ultimately depends on if I'm able to really wear makeup that week. If I didn't really wear too much makeup, then I'm not gonna, you know, show you guys obviously a weekly makeup basket. And I like to stick with just one palette. If you guys saw my recent video, my subscription Saturday, you'll know that I received this palette. I subscribed to BoxyCharm. This is from Alamar Cosmetics and it's called Reina del Caribe. Now when I received this palette, I did say that there looked like there was something on these two shadows here, but when I did a little bit of research on this palette, it looked like a lot of people's eyeshadows actually look like that. So there are 4 shimmers in this palette. I used all of them except for this blue one, and I think it's called Varadero. These are very, very beautiful. They're very pigmented, very metallic shadows. I really like this lime green one and this blue one. I think I wore these two in recent videos. I really liked the way the looks turned out. Now the mattes are a little bit more, I don't want to say difficult to work with. And maybe you'll see it from my swatches here, but you definitely have to kind of build them up. For my V or for my crease, to really deepen it up, it did take some building up, but when it comes to kind of using it as a transition color, they're kind of beautiful as a transition color because they really do blend away really nicely and kind of diffuse out really nicely, but they do it a little too easily when you're trying to kind of really build it up in the crease. At least that's the experience that I had. So I did have to go back in, especially with this Cafecito shade. I'm wearing Cafecito and Guantanamera in the crease today. I'm using both of those shadows today and I'm using this on my lid. This is from Dose of Colors. This is the Eyedeal Duo in the shade Magic Moment. This is a pressed pigment and it's a beautiful pinky, kind of rosy pink pressed pigment. And the nice thing about it is it does come with a base in the lid. So I used the base. I did everything else. I did my transition and everything like that. And then this is the last step that I went in and kind of patted it all over my lid. I like these, but I think they are too expensive. I think these are like $20 or $25. I want to say they're like maybe $25. And even on sale, I don't really think these are worth it. There's nothing really special about the pigment side of it. It's nice that you get a base, but honestly you can just use a glitter glue or any other like regular eyeshadow primer as a base, but the pigments aren't really anything special. I kind of prefer my NYX pigments or my NYX glitters. Those are inexpensive and they're really, really nice, and I'm sure you can find dupes for any of these Eyedeal duos. So let's go ahead and talk about the cheek products that I wore this week. Now I don't talk about any of the products in my current project pan. I'm actually doing 2 project pans. So I have a year-long project pan, and then I also have a project pan roulette that I'm doing for the next 4 months or so. So if I have any items in those, I'm not going to include them in my weekly makeup basket. So the bronzer that I pulled this week, in addition to the one I have in my current project pan, this is from Becca, and this is the Gradient Sunlit Bronzer in Sunset Waves. There are 2 of these. This one has the 3 lightest shades with the shade Opal kind of like blended in here, or it has like a gradient in here, and then the other one has the like deeper and darker shades, like the 3 darker shades. I can't remember what the highlighter is that's in the other one, but I actually may pick up the other one because I think this is a little bit too light for me. It's really nice, but I more use it as a bronzer topper because it's a little bit too light for me, or it could be that, you know, I got a tan, so it's not really showing up on my skin tone. But normally when I wear shimmery bronzers is in the summertime, so I don't know, because I picked this up on the Becca website. I may keep it in my collection. It is really pretty, but I think I am going to pick up like the darker version of that. And then let's talk about the two blushes, then I'll talk about highlighters, and last I'll end with lip products. So the two blushes that I wore this week, the first one is from Milani. This is the Baked Blush in the color Luminoso. This is a really nice like luminous peach blush. It's a cult favorite. Everybody talks about it for a reason. I really like it, but I don't really know if I have the new or the old formula, because I did heard that they reformulated it and maybe like changed the color a little bit. So I liked wearing that today. I actually wore that the majority of the week, and I only wore this blush once, and I'm wearing it today. This is the Estee Edit, the Barris blush in the color 01 First Lover. These blushes are discontinued. I actually picked mine up off the Sephora website when they were discontinuing them, but I've also seen them at my local CCO. Actually, this is more of like kind of like a peachy nude. I definitely say it has kind of a peachy undertone, but it's a matte finish blush. If you see these at a CCO or you see these being discounted somewhere, I would pick them up. I really do like the formula of them. They're not patchy. Like I said, it's the blush that I'm wearing today. I know my highlighter is very, very intense, and it could be kind of camouflaging that blush. I went a little heavy with my highlighter today, but it is the blush that I'm wearing today. It does last all day. I have worn it before today, and I really like the way it wears on my oily skin. So let's talk about the two highlighters that I wore this week. The first one is the one that I'm wearing today. This is the Model's Own highlighter. This is the Sculpt and Glow highlighting powder in Golden Sand. I actually have both of the Model's Own highlighters, and I think the names are so deceiving. So this one is in Golden Sand, but I think this is a more like pinky highlight in my opinion. It's the one that I'm wearing on my cheeks today. I think it pulls very pink. And then the other one is called like Peach Pearl or something like that, and it's not peach at all. It has like an iridescent kind of duochromy or like color shifting property to it. It's a dupe for the Becca Prismatic Amethyst. So I think the names are just so weird on this. I would definitely not call this golden. I would say it's pink, but it has a beautiful formula. It kind of looks wet on the skin. It blends really nicely into the skin. It kind of melts into it. I had put it on and I didn't really think it was as intense as I wanted it to be. So then I went in with a little bit of a heavier hand and I put a little, maybe too much on, but I don't care. It looks poppin'. So then the other highlighter that I wore this week, this is from the Jennifer Lopez collab. This is one of the other products that I picked up from this collection. This is the Jennifer Lopez and Inglot collaboration. This is the Livin the Highlight Illuminator for face, eyes, and body, and this is in the color J201 Radiant. First of all, the packaging is absolutely gorgeous, but when I first picked this up, I thought, oh no, it's a loose highlighter. I really don't like loose highlighters. Honestly, this is stunning. When I first saw this, I thought it was going to be chunky and glittery, and it isn't. It really isn't. It is a beautiful, finely milled highlighter. I feel like this kind of melts into the skin. Do you see that? And I only did one dab of this. I only like touch my finger in the like little pan area and the little sifter area just once. I'm gonna get up close so you guys can see. There is no chunky glitter in here. It is just reflective, kind of wet looking. I'm so glad that I picked this up. This is the lighter of the two. I don't think if you're very pale, this is gonna work on you. And the other one is even darker. I don't think I'm gonna pick up the second color. I think I'm just going to stick with this one. If I ever do get through this, I don't ever want to be without this product. That's basically what I'm saying. I love this, and I typically don't like loose highlighters. And so the last three products I have in my makeup basket, these are the lip products that I wore this week. I have two from the Balm. These are the Meet Matte Hughes Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick. I kind of wish I had posted this makeup basket last weekend because the Balm just recently had a 50% off sale. So I do recommend these lipsticks, or these liquid lipsticks. They do have a little bit bit more of like a whipped moussey formula, but they're definitely not as like liquidy as a lot of liquid lipsticks that I've tried. And they do have like a minty scent to them, but they're not tingly or plumping or anything like that. So the two colors that I wore this week, I have the color Honest, which is the more like orangey tone color, and then I have Chivalrous, which is the hot pink one. I do wear these with a liner, without a liner. I love the way these wear. They wear off really nicely. They're not super drying, but if it does get a little bit drying, then I can just add a little bit of a lip gloss on top that kind of melts into the color, revives it a little bit. The lip gloss will kind of just melt into the liquid lipstick, and you know, it continues to wear off really nicely. And then the one that I'm wearing today, this is the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in the color Some Nerve. I love the formula of these. They wear really nicely. They don't accentuate any fine lines. They're comfortable on the lips. They're not super drying, and they probably have one of the longest wearing formulas out of any of the liquid lipsticks that I have in my collection. So I love this color. It's very bright. They are a bit on the expensive side, so I would definitely pick them up whenever there is a 20% off coupon from Ulta. So that's everything that I wore this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this weekly makeup basket. Please give this video a thumbs up if you do. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I currently post 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then on Sundays or every other Sunday I like to do a weekly makeup basket. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.